Hi everybody, Tyler here with Sparkle with Tyler, and today we are doing our first month in review for 2025. Initially, I actually wrote down 2024 in my notes, but we're already a month into 2025, so believe it or not, that's the craziness. Earlier this month, I posted my year-in review for 2024. If you'd like to see it, I'll post the link down in the description below. And in that video, I set my goals for the year. And I kind of talked about like my word for the year. And today we're going to catch up on all of that. We're going to see how everything's going. I'm going to show you where we're at with completions. We're going to talk about whips. We're going to talk about all that fun stuff. So first thing to talk about is completions. And I only had one completion. This is her. But progress is progress. And I made a ton of progress on whips, which we're going to talk about in a minute. But completions first. This was my finish for the month, and this is Pixel's Purple Angel, and it's like my diamond painting adjacent, one of my diamond painting adjacent projects. I've been working on it for a while off and on, but I'm going to have a full review retrospective kind of coming soon, but I finally finished it. So that's super cool. The total time once I tallied it all up was like 19.9 hours. Let me go get the screen. Okay, that should be better. I don't usually film this time of day, so I didn't know I'd be dealing with glare. My apologies. Where were we? Oh yeah, so hours to completion. I didn't really think it would take me this long to finish this project. It took me 19.9 hours to do, but I did it over this course of an immense timeline. So it took me a lot longer than I expected, but I'm really proud of myself for buckling down and getting this done and finishing it because I really struggled with motivation this month, with work, with crafting, all of that. So getting any completion done at all feels like a big accomplishment, even if it's not actual diamond painting, it's diamond painting adjacent. Any progress is good progress, and I'm really happy to have gotten something done. But it's really cute. I think it's an 8x10, and I'm not going to count it towards actual drills laid down, but I mean, I'm going to hang it in my office probably. She's cute. She probably needs a name. So if anyone has a name for her, let me know. Okay, so since we are now going to be talking about whips, I figured it made sense to pull out a whip so we can chat about whips. That's a lot of me saying whips, so let's just get into it because now it's starting to feel weird. The situation in regard to works in progress is such. Current list: Chrono Trigger Custom, Magic Arcades, which is this canvas here, Duck Bath, my mystery set from Paint Gem, and then I have two diamond painting, adjacent non-diamond painting projects. I have my Granny Square blanket, my portal one that I talked about previously, and then I kind of started a new project. I found English paper piecing, and so I started an EPP quilt, and that's kind of my offline downtime burn steam stabby a million times project. Anyone who cross stitches will kind of understand what I'm talking about. But that is like my Tyler personal do it for me all the time project. And I am really, really loving that. So I have EPP now as kind of my anytime I want to do personal projects for me. I have no idea what's on this canvas. That's really icky. Sorry about that. It looks like putty, maybe from a putty pen. I don't know. But those are the whips. And I will talk more about English paper piecing, I'm sure, down the road in another video or something. But for now, just know that it is kind of my obsession outside of diamond painting. The Chrono Trigger Custom stands as it did on January 1st. I haven't touched it. No new progress. Magic Arcades is the same except for what we're going to work on here. But it's currently second in line for completion after Duck Bath. So I'm hoping to get it done this month. And I made a bit of progress on Duck Bath. Actually, quite a bit, because I started it January 1st. And so I made a whole bunch of progress on it. I think it's 15 or 20% done. But I kind of hit this just wall about 10 days ago, just a life wall. And I'm still just kind of trying to work my way back into normality, into life, and it's been an experience. But I'm on canvas number 5 of my Paint Gems Mystery Kit, and I'm officially done putting all of these squares together on my granny square blanket. So, oh my goodness, I'm a mess today. It's just not wanting to play nice. But I am officially done piecing all of these squares together on my granny square blanket. So that is a huge piece of progress, and now I'm in the process of sewing all of the ends in together, and I need to do the border. So, like, there's a big chunk of it left to do, but it's like a lot of little things. It's like literally tying up loose ends. I think I need to change this putty out. I think I'm going to move to single placing right now because this putty needs to be changed. But I've been in a place where it's been kind of pick a project up, put it down as I have capacity. And I've made a lot of progress on a lot of whips, but none of them, except for the Pixels project, got finished. And that's okay. So I think maybe this month or in March, I'm going to have a bunch of completions, and that'll be really, really cool to parade through and say, hey, like, I finally got all these done. And I'm really looking forward to that. In regards to goals, let me actually transition really fast and show you something. I made myself this little sheet to stay on track, because it's sheets plural. As much as I love my magnetic board, and it's still over to the right now, I don't have a ton of access to it because I'm not in the office a bunch when I'm, trying to avoid the giant hole in the ceiling. So I made this sheet for myself so that I can take it with me. It's always available. I can hang it wherever I want, blah, blah, blah. But this just has all the goals on it. It has a spot for me to put stuff in as I work through things, check things off. It's just a really nice way for me to see the goals that I wrote down and that I have set for the year. So number 1, complete 12 diamond painting canvases. I didn't finish any canvases this month, so I didn't put anything down, even though I had the Pixels completion. Number 2, place 3,000 drills. So my plan is to calculate these and check them off as I do completions. So nothing to check off yet because I haven't done any diamond painting completions. 3 is to participate in multiple events. So I'm currently doing Ticket to Ride, but I can't check that off until I finish the event. And I kind of need to get back on the bandwagon with that event and that canvas anyway. But can't check that one off yet. Haven't finished the event. And then you'll see here I did change my event for February into Mini Madness for March, because I feel like I'm just much more likely to complete that event, especially since we're already 4 days into February and I'm exhausted and mini canvases are a lot more portable. There's just a lot of reasons to do that. And as much as I was really excited for Diamond Painting and Dr. Pepper's event, I think just where I'm at in my brain and my life right now, that March Mini Madness is going to be a better event for me this year. So no check marks there yet, but this is an IP. Then number 4 is start a giant canvas. This is a back burner goal anyway, but I haven't started this one, and I'm not going to start it until I'm more on track with getting my whips under control. It doesn't make sense right now for me to be adding other canvases on top of my current whips. They're going to multiply like crazy if I'm not conscientious of it. So this one's on the back burner, not started. And then there's like my goal X, which is to try more companies' products this year. So this is a bonus goal, but so far already this year I've been able to put 2 companies on here. There's Crassus Cratchley because I'm starting to use her rivet sticket, and then there's Paint Gem because I'd never tried their products before. So ideally I'd like to try like 12 products, 12 companies, but so far I've been able to do 2. So I'm really, really happy about that. Other items on this list that I put in are I have a section that marked my beginning of the year whips. And so I wrote down the Chrono Trigger custom and how far along I was at the beginning of the year. And you'll see there's nothing there yet. So many books, so little time. Magic Arcades. I was able to write down that this is done. The Portal Granny Square blanket has progress. And then I was able to put down my starts for 2025. So what I like about this is, like, I have the name, I'm going to have the start date. I need to put the start date in there. The finish date, and I'm going to write the number of hours. So once I have all that information, I'll be able to put it in. And then same with the paint gym stuff. And then I have space for the rest of the canvases all the way through, I think, 12. So actually, I only put 10 in here, which is interesting. I guess my thought process when I first did it was that my whips are going to count as completions. So I can always print more, but that is kind of where I'm at in terms of goals. And I'm pretty okay with it now. Right now, I am reading Wicked. I somehow have never read that book, so I got that audiobook from the library, and I'm working my way through reading it while I do chores and I diamond paint and sew that EPP project. And then part of my goals as well for the year, as part of my word of the year with consistency, is I've been trying to work my way through my work in progress shows or my incomplete shows on Netflix. And in January, I got through all of Project Runway Season 18, Season 19. I got through AP Bio Season 1. I'm almost done with Season 2. I finally finished Wolverine versus Deadpool. That took me like 3 tries. What else? And I made some more progress on some of my other shows. Like, I watch D20's Dungeons and Drag Queens. So I've been working on that one off and on. And it's just been nice to be on target with my word of the year, and that's consistency. So I'm really trying to be mindful about how that plays out in my daily life and all areas of my life too. So work and self-care and here and crafting, whatever. But particularly in terms of my mental health, because I'll be honest, I'm exhausted. Like, I'm zonked. I did not know what the term resilience fatigue was until recently. And I'm at that point where resilience fatigue has absolutely hit. So I've taken a step back on some of my larger projects, just personal and crafting and all of that, and kind of reflected on which projects are more important and what things are more important, how I can stay consistent and stay in alignment with my values and my goals while still just not drowning. And I'm leaning into diamond painting without feeling overwhelmed still. So that was taking on mini kits and doing the Paint Gym Mystery Kit. And there's just been so much going on for so long. I think a lot of people can relate to this. There's been so much going on for so long. I'm just exhausted. I'm tapped. I'm just tapped. And I'm not sure I've talked about this before, but part of the reason I started this channel was because sometimes things can get crazy. It's nice to have community. Like, even as I prepped for this video, national news has come out multiple times. That's just like, it's more than a 1-2 punch. It's like a boom, boom, crash, bang. Yeah. So when I started this channel, it was really important for me to say, like, you matter, you're valid, you're seen, you're good, you're important. Like, the content I produce, I want to make sure that what I'm putting into the world is in alignment with my values and is also just positive. We have enough bad in the world right now. Like, I may be tired, but I still feel like it's really important as part of my consistency, as a part of my values, and part of being just in alignment with who I am, that the content I produce is kind and good. So, and this community, the diamond painting community and the crafting community that I know as a whole, we're kind of a chosen family. So I'm here to support you in your creative endeavors as much as I can. I've had people support me in my creative journeys. I've had them encourage me. It's it's just a really nice thing. So, and I'm grateful for that. I want to be able to reciprocate that in the ways that people have given that to me. So it's a big part of what's keeping me going right now, is knowing that there is goodness, and that I can be a part of that goodness. I can consistently be a part of the goodness in the world, and still have community, and that even though a lot is going on, there's a lot of craziness, there's a lot of really big scary stuff going on. Like, thank you for all the positivity and kindness that you're bringing with your community, that you bring with your crafting and your projects, and what you bring into the comments, into this community of diamond painting and crafting. And just know that I have a lot of gratitude for you. And also, like, that's a big part, I think, of what's keeping me going right now, is just knowing that there's awesome people out there. Know that I see every comment that comes through, and I may not type out a full response to each comment, but I do see all of them, and they do matter. Not just to me, but I know when I go through other people's comment sections too, like, that kindness matters, and it also spreads. So just what we're putting out into the world, it's going to multiply. So thank you for the kindness that's here. Thank you for the kindness that you're putting out into the world, and just being decent human beings. I know it's like crazy that has to be said these days, but know that your kindness is seen here, and your kindness matters. And it's also a means of threading our creative community together in a time where we really need connection, and we really need to band together in our connection. So yeah, that got deeper than I intended, but I guess I am in a place enough today where I feel vulnerable enough to share. This month, I have an enormous amount of travel, a lot of travel. So my goal is to just stay the course and keep chugging away at works in progress and stay consistent. I'm going to take that little paint gym mystery kit with me during the travel that I have this upcoming week or two, and maybe a larger kit if I can squeeze it into my travel bags. I don't know about that, but we'll see. Gonna take that EPP stuff too. But this month is like what I'm deeming my whip cleanup month, and hopefully I can report back next month that I got a bunch of stuff either done or really close to done. Hopefully I'll have Magic Arcades and Duck Bath done. Those would be two big canvases that I could just, have checked off, and then they'll be ready for the fair this year as well, because I need to prep for that and try and get those entries figured out for the year. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just really happy that I'm just here. I'm just chugging. And just know that, like, if you're feeling the same way, I'm here with you. In the meantime, as always, I hope you're doing okay. Maybe not even well, but just okay. I hope you're taking care of yourself. I hope your projects are coming along, even if it's just a tiny bit of progress, a little bit at a time. If you feel so inclined, please leave a comment, a like, and a subscribe on your way out. It really does help the channel grow, and it helps just the algorithm figure out that this channel is here for everyone to come visit and hang out with us. As for me, I'm going to sit here and put dots on a canvas, and other than that, I will talk to you soon. Bye.